you look at the whole wide scape of type of cases that you're going to be considering, obviously anteriors are going to be far easier than anything in the posterior. And so if you were to attempt to do this, I think a single lateral, single central would be great. Although sizing it and making it look like the adjacent natural teeth is going to be a little more challenging once it's a single unit. But as you get to more units, it's gonna blend in that much better. But obviously placement can be a little more challenging, and especially when you have to factor in space loss. And then when you get into posterior teeth, you know, a lower first is probably going to be the easiest thing, obviously, to visually evaluate occlusion, you know, space loss, adequate circumferential reduction, those type of things. But once you start getting further posterior to the second molars, or even side by side, or with space loss and space and imposing crowns, you're going to be more challenging. I think that's where, you know, I even with a side by side case today, if you were to ask me if I would use Alphabite or not use Alphabite, I would use Alphabite at least for one unit. And then once I get that first unit, I can figure out the second unit pretty quickly. And I think Drew and Chad are working on the next iteration where side by side is within the horizon. As far as anterior crowns, we're gonna go through. Let me take a step back. I didn't put a table of contents. So basically, we're gonna go through anterior crowns, posterior crowns, full mouth rehabs, and then all my screw ups. And then you can see where I would say Alphabite would help you avoid the screw ups that I made. A lot of them per se. So in anterior crowns, the big thing is about this is that, you know, we all experience in pediatric dentistry